Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about Killer Chronicles by, had to make sure it was plural, by Canon. This is from Bloodshot Books, and I think the easiest thing for me to do here, it's kind of a cheat, but I'm going to read the back cover copy, just to make sure, I think if I'm reading this, they've spoiled it. I haven't, if you think there are spoilers here. So, this is what the back cover copy says. Killing is her pleasure. She is an ancient primal force of nature, exalted by some and feared by others. Those who heed her capricious whims are rewarded. Those who displease her, however, are slaughtered like the animals she considers them to be. Murder is her business. Christina Cumming... Pardon me. Let's try that again. Christina Cunningham runs the website Killer Chronicles, a popular online database of the worst crimes of humanity. Lured to the town of Micksburg, West Virginia by a series of bizarrely gruesome deaths, she hopes that it will be the story that launches her site to the next level. When she discovers what is behind the murders, her ambition and her survival instinct collide as she matches wits with the strange and inhuman being. Is her life or the lives of her loved ones worth the story? So there you go. I guess that's it in a nutshell. I love that cover. Very nice. And then on the back, you got a little extra picture there. We start with something horrific happening, and then we're introduced to Christina Cunningham and her business partner and friend and roommate at the time, who have this website, Killer Chronicles, and they're always combing the internet and news, looking for new cases that they can talk about, and they go out and they'll interview victims and family members and witnesses, and they've even been able to interview killers when the killers have been caught and are behind bars or locked up in some fashion. A lot of people think that their site is exploitation and takes advantage of tragedy. They think they're doing a service, I suppose, or at the very least that they're not exploitative. And of course, they want to grow. This is their business. They want to grow the site. They want the clicks. So when this bizarre case down in Micksburg, West Virginia, which is relatively close to where Christina Cunningham comes from, she goes down there to investigate. She finds out that the killer isn't necessarily a human being, and shenanigans ensue. And this is really an enjoyable story. I always want to say fun, but that's a weird word to describe horror. It's well written. The characters are interesting. The story itself, very interesting and compelling. First we don't know what's doing this, and then when we find out, it's sort of a why, and what does this have to do with, how is Christine going to get all tangled up in this? And Christine herself is a complicated character, which I love. When I like that this is a person who I don't always agree with. There are things that she does that are negative, in my opinion, and I'm not talking about her relationship with her main source of information, a guy that works for the police. I'm more talking about sort of the attitude that she has to some of the people she talks to. Sometimes, I don't necessarily agree with her attitude, and that's what makes a character interesting. As much as I love, if you've watched stuff on this YouTube channel, I have eclectic tastes, and I love pulp heroes and comic books. And I love heroic, sort of pure characters, but I also love monsters, and I love asshole characters. And Christina Cunningham falls into that realistic point in between. She's not a pure heroic character. She's not this crazy John Constantine asshole character who just happens to save the world. She's a real person. Real person. I mean, it's fiction. You know what I'm saying. But she's realistic. She's written in a way that she has her good points. She has her bad points. And she's a mix. She's a real person. What am I saying? I'm saying she's a real person. And I like that. I think Summer Canon does a great job in her writing. I've only read one other thing by her, which was Vicky Beautiful. I think that's the name of it. Let's see if they list. Boy, I'm going to be embarrassed. All right, just watch me look things up here. Yeah, that doesn't tell me. I'm 99% certain that's what it's called. I reviewed it. I should remember. This is written in a different style, but it's a different type of story. And I love it when an author can do that. Some authors can feel a little samey. Summer Canon so far has shown me two different sides of her writing. And so I recommend this. I gave it on Goodreads. If this is one I found lately, I don't know what's been going on with the books I'm reading on Goodreads, but I had to give it at least 4, if not 5. It's well written. It's a compelling story. Starts out as a mystery of sorts and then turns into this cat and mouse game. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but that's what I'm going with. It's got interesting characters. It's got a hell of an ending. Holy cow, it's a gut punch of an ending. I don't want to say any more than that, but yeah, absolutely, it's worth it just for that. But I mean, read the whole thing. The whole thing is good, but that ending, wow. And a great cover to boot. So, yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. This is a shorter review, I think. Am I forgetting anything as usual? No, I don't think so. Just thumbs up, 5 stars, Summer Canon's Killer Chronicles. It's good stuff. I'm definitely going to find more Summer Canon to read. Because two books by her, not enough for me. I want more. So there you have it. I don't know what else to say about it. So, you know what? If you have any comments or questions or corrections, put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want. I'm not the boss of you. If you want to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books and comics and board games and occasionally animals, is EricSmith5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. And that's all I've got. So this has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith. And until next time, read more books.